Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything is good. I hope everything is good wherever you are. I hope you're having a great, or you've had a great weekend. Looking forward to a Monday. Mondays are always great. Looking forward to the next week. I hope everyone has a very, very good week. Very, very good week. But yeah, I can't thank you guys enough. And I've been doing it a lot of late because my channel is growing, and I need to thank all of you for the support and the growth of my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you all once again. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Hit the like button. If you don't, make sure you do it. I actually had a message from one of the subscribers saying that, Imran, I've been watching your videos for a year and I didn't even know that I didn't even know that I hadn't subscribed to your channel. But yeah, guys, if you are watching my video and haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It really helps. The more boxing fans that I can get to subscribe to my channel, it gives my channel traction, and it obviously pushes my video out to more boxing fans, which is what I want, essentially, to be pushed out to as many boxing fans as possible. So the more of you boxing fans, because obviously the people that watch my videos are boxing fans, the more of you that subscribe, the more YouTube will probably push out my videos to more boxing fans for that. So that's what I really want. So if you haven't subbed and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and all of that good stuff. But yeah, I want to go straight into it. Freddie Roach has mentioned something which I found very intriguing. The article literally just got uploaded 5 minutes ago on Boxing Scene, and I just had a quick read. And Freddie Roach said that Manny Pacquiao needs to start quick. Errol Spence gets tired in the late rounds. He said that there are a couple of guys that I wouldn't like Manny to fight at this stage in his career, but Errol Spence is one that I do like because he's flat-footed, he's not the fastest, and what he's told Manny is that Manny's got to get in, land his shots, and get out. Because Freddie told Manny is that he will hit you back if you stay in the pocket too long. So you got to get in, get out. And he said Errol Spence has got a good power. But he said he's flat-footed, Errol Spence, and that's why he likes to fight. Freddie Roach has said in the past that the Terence Crawford fight is a lot more challenging and a lot more dangerous because Terence Crawford is a lot faster. He's quicker and he's more athletic than Spence. He also mentioned that Errol Spence gets tired later on in fights. Now, I've watched Errol Spence throughout his career. The first time when I really see him in a challenging fight was against Kell Brook. And if anything, Errol Spence came on strong in the latter half of that fight, and Kell Brook got broken down. Against Mikey Garcia, it wasn't really a fight. He just completely dominated Mikey Garcia. And against Sean Porter, again, it was a very nip and tuck fight. But if anything, Errol Spence was the one that got the knockdown in the later part of that fight. And he was the one that, in my opinion, nicked the fight because of that. Then against Danny Garcia, completely dominated that fight. So I don't know where Freddie's got he gets tired in the later rounds. Maybe he's seen something. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that. But, maybe Freddie Roach has spotted something that he feels is a weakness in Spence, and maybe Manny can exploit. In terms of him using his feet and getting in and out, I think Manny obviously always does that, and he's got to do it against Spence. He can't afford to let Spence time him with something, because one thing we know that Spence can definitely time you with one of those left hands, or straight left hands that he did with Sean Porter, and Manny doesn't want to be on the end of one of them. And so I think I agree with Freddie that Manny's got to be in and out, got to be quick and get in and out, and not let Errol Spence time him with anything dangerous. I still don't think Errol Spence's feet are as flat as what people think. I think he's a lot better and a lot faster than what people give him credit for. And I do think he's flat-footed, and I do think he's a little robotic, but I don't think he's as slow as what people think. And I think he's a lot better and a lot faster than what he looks. I think he's the kind of guy, when you get in there with him, I think you realize he's a lot faster. And I think he's a lot better. Also, he controls the distance with his jab. He's got a great jab, Spence, and that's going to be something that Manny's going to have to get past as well. But yeah, I don't buy the he gets tired in the later rounds. Maybe Freddie's seen something. Listen, Freddie Roach knows a lot more about boxing than I do, and he's a very, very experienced coach. But I don't, from what I've seen of Errol Spence so far, I've never really seen him get tired or where, you know, like Keith Thurman, different, you know, Keith Thurman, I've seen him, you know, start fast and then not later on in the fight get a little bit ragged. You know, I saw that against Danny, I saw that against Porter. He actually came on strong against Pacquiao, but, you know, in the 10th round, he got hurt with a body shot, but he actually came on strong in that fight. But Spence, I haven't really seen any weakness in terms of his stamina. I haven't really seen any weakness in terms of in the later half of the fight. But maybe, like I said, Freddie Roach has spotted something that, you know, he's a very experienced trainer. He knows his boxing. So maybe he spotted something that some of us haven't, you know. But I definitely think this is going to be a tough fight. And I am actually more interested to see whether if Manny can hold off in the later, especially if Errol Spence is still there and Errol Spence is walking Manny down. I think that's what's going to be interesting to see if Manny can hold Errol Spence off in the later part of the fight. And that's what's intriguing, because I've said to you guys that Manny Pacquiao's stamina is key in this fight. Is Manny Pacquiao going to be able to hold Errol Spence off? Is Manny Pacquiao going to be able to fight the full 12 rounds with the intensity that he will have in the first couple of rounds? That's going to be interesting for me, to be honest with you, because I think that's going to be Manny Pacquiao's biggest challenge against a guy not just very skilled like Spence, but also a very big and strong guy. Can he keep Errol Spence at bay for 12 rounds and outbox him? I definitely think first 4 or 5 rounds, I definitely think Manny Pacquiao could win the rounds, but can he do it down the stretch? And that's where fatigue and tiredness, your age and all of that comes into play. So yeah, that's going to be intriguing for me. I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited. And I've said this about 100 times for this fight. Fury Wilder got, you know, postponed, you know, and this is the next big fight on the horizon, Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence. Now, there is some news and articles saying that Paradigm are trying to stop this fight. Hopefully that's not the case. I don't know how serious it is, but we have seen, you know, the Fury Joshua stuff being thrown up in the air. I thought we were going to have that fight, and then that got, you know, basically that fight got taken from us, and hopefully nothing happens here where this fight gets taken from us. But I am hearing that, you know, Paradigm are not happy and they're trying to stop this fight, and some people have reported it as well. So hopefully nothing happens there with the, you know, nothing happens there in terms of, you know, this fight gets stopped. I hope not. I hope not, because that would be heartbreak. Because imagine Fury Joshua going through the thing, Fury Wilder then being cancelled and being delayed, and then we have Errol Spence and Pacquiao, which is a fight that I think is probably the most intriguing fight of the year. I think people are looking forward to this more than anything. I think I definitely am. I definitely was looking forward to this fight more than I've been looking forward to any other fight this year. You know, I was very looking forward to Canelo Billy Joe, and I was very hyped for that fight, but now this fight takes it to another level. This fight for me is far bigger than that. And it's between two stellar names. Like, you know, Canelo's a big star and Billy Joe, good fighter, but he hasn't got quite the profile, the name, or he isn't as good as Pacquiao or Spence. I just think this is could be passing of the torch, or it could be the old lion creating history. And that's what makes this fight interesting and intriguing, because history is going to be created either way. And what I mean by that, you're either going to have the next superstar of American boxing born if he beats Pacquiao, and if Pacquiao wins, then you're probably looking at the greatest fighter of all time. Potentially he has an argument for that. So this is why there's a lot at stake. There's a lot at stake, and there's a lot riding on that fight. So I really hope this fight doesn't get anything, stops it from happening. I'd be very disappointed and very upset if this fight was to be postponed or cancelled, or something gets in the way from this fight happening. I'd be left devastated, to be honest with you, because we're 21 days out and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really, really looking forward to it. It's going to be an epic fight. It's going to be a great fight. You've got the old lion against the young lion. Who's going to reign supreme? Who's going to come out on top? August 21st, baby, we're going to find out. And the beauty about boxing is that Errol Spence should be winning this fight, but the unpredictability of this sport and the greatness of Manny Pacquiao should never be underestimated. Anything's possible here. Anything's possible here. Don't count Manny out. Manny Pacquiao can do this. Manny Pacquiao is a dangerous fight for Errol Spence without question. Without question. This is by no means a foregone conclusion. I know certain people try to say it is, but it's not. It's not. Manny Pacquiao is a legitimate threat to Errol Spence. A legitimate threat. And the thing is with Freddie Roach and Manny Pacquiao, they seem to think that their style is going to cause Errol Spence huge trouble. They seem to think they've seen something in Errol Spence. Now, people say, well, Mikey said that. The difference is Mikey's not Manny Pacquiao. Mikey hasn't got the resume and the you know, of Manny Pacquiao. He hasn't got the skill set, the resume or anything, or the experience at Manny's level for a very long time, you know, at Manny's level. But Manny sees something. And when Manny says he sees something, you've got to take it seriously. And he sees something. He thinks that Errol Spence is flat-footed. He thinks Errol Spence is slow. He thinks he can take advantage of that. That should not be overlooked. And listen, I do think he probably will take advantage of that. However, I just don't know whether he can do it for 12 rounds. That's the issue here. Can Manny Pacquiao keep Errol Spence off of him for 12 rounds? He can do that, but he'd have to be able to hurt him. If Manny Pacquiao can hurt Errol Spence and keep him off, keep this fight at distance, right? And Errol Spence is respecting Manny's power, which there are very few fighters that don't respect Manny Pacquiao's power. His power has to be respected, as we saw in the Thurman fight. You know, he put Thurman down. If Spence doesn't respect his power, especially to the later half of the fight, then Manny's going to have an issue, because Errol Spence is going to start walking him down, churning Manny down, and it's going to start getting very, very difficult. But if Manny can get his respect, can hurt him, can put him down, then Manny's got a very good chance to win this fight, without question. Without question. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. See you guys in the next video. Peace.